This Good Morning Northwest morning spread is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53. Time to get you ready for your Wednesday with the Morning Sprint.
Destiny Richards live at the Convention Center with what Homeless Connect has for attendees this year.
And Mark is here with some freezing temps to start the day.
But let's get right to Sydney Charles with new details on a shooting that killed 3 people in Yakima.
Police in Yakima are searching for answers after a deadly shooting. A shooter killed 3 people at a Circle K there. The manhunt ending when the gunman shot and killed himself. Police say 21-year-old Jared Haddock tried to get into the Arco convenience store at South 18th Street and East Nob Hill Boulevard, but the doors there were locked. Police say he then went over to the Circle K across the street, walked in and shot 2 people in the store. He then walked outside and shot and killed a 3rd person. Police say he was able to escape in his car. He then used a woman's phone to call his mom. That woman heard him make several incriminating statements before she called 911 near Target. When officers arrived, Haddock had already taken his own life. You can find all the details on this story right now on KXLY.com.
Temperatures right now as you head out in our first alert weather looking fairly mild really for winter weather. Mid-30s is our average high. We're sitting at 32 in the valley, officially 29 into the West Plains. Now we look at what we can expect for, again, our radar and satellite. It's going to be cloud cover. We should remain dry, and our forecast for the day, again, cloudy conditions, a sunbreak or 2, and a high of 33.
A Spokane doctor will spend 8 years in prison trying to hire a hitman to assault 2 women. Ronald Ilg was a neonatologist in Spokane. In 2021, investigators found messages he sent to who he thought was a hitman on the dark web, paying them thousands of dollars in Bitcoin. He wanted someone to beat a former colleague and to kidnap his estranged wife and inject her with heroin until she stopped divorce proceedings. Ilg was sentenced to 4 years in prison for each victim in order to pay a $100,000 fine.
The nation's tobacco smoking regulations are getting mixed grades from the American Lung Association. The association's annual State of Tobacco Control report, published today, gives the federal government an A grade for its media campaigns encouraging people to avoid or quit smoking and vaping. But the government got a failing grade for its tobacco tax policy. Several states, including Washington, Idaho, and Montana, got an overall grade of F from the association.
In the battle over Camp Hope, Spokane County has dropped its lawsuit to close the homeless camp. The county filed the lawsuit backed by former Sheriff Ozzie Knezevich's claims that he was ready to clear the camp by force. With Knezevich out of office, the Spokane County Sheriff's Office says Sheriff John Knowles was promised by the Department of Transportation and the Department of Commerce that if the lawsuit was dropped, they would then come to the table. The Sheriff's Office says it can refile a lawsuit if need be, but it would prefer collaboration.
We've been live here at the Spokane Convention Center talking about Homeless Connect happening today. It is back from 10 to 3, and it's for anyone who is experiencing homelessness or at risk of homelessness, anyone needing services like employment, housing, behavioral health services, haircuts, showers, all sorts of things. There are 85 vendors and services that are going to be all under one roof for 5 hours. You can go to our website, KXLY.com, for more information.
A local hospital is about to introduce some robotic team members. 4 robot assistants called Moxie will join the staff at Deaconess Hospital. The Moxie will serve as aides to nurses, delivering lab samples and bringing patient medications and other supplies. They will not, however, go into patient rooms or interact with patients. Chief Nursing Officer Jennifer Graham says nurses and other clinicians spend significant time during their shifts gathering and delivering supplies. With Moxie in place, it will ease that burden, allowing our team to do what they do best.
The Spokane School District is now adding new training for students and staff to make it easier for police to access campus quickly. The Spokane School Superintendent says the district wants to provide more access to police to enter a school building so that officers are quickly able to clear every classroom. The district also plans to train students and staff to be well prepared for urgent situations like active shooting threats. That includes what to do in different scenarios.
Former Vice President Mike Pence has joined the Classified Documents Club. His attorney says documents were inadvertently boxed and transported to Pence's home when he left office. Greg Jacobs says Pence was unaware of those documents being at his home. Coverage on the latest in the classified documents discovery will continue on Good Morning America in about 3 minutes.
Workers starting out at Walmart will be getting more money. The company now says it is raising its base pay from $12 an hour to at least $14. We will be back with a final check of your weather forecast for this Wednesday morning with Mark after this break.